Hello there, Gemini. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week starting on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day and through the 20th of February. Let's see what we have coming up. I keep hoping we're going to have like some really sweet cards showing up for Valentine's Day. So far, I've only done two signs and I have been sadly disappointed the lack of sweetness that's shown up so far. So maybe you guys can start turning the tide here. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have, oh Geminis. Yeah, you're not turning the tide. Oof, at all. If anything, you're turning it into the rapids or into the free fall down the waterfall or something. Huh. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. You've actually got two nines coming up for your weekend. Saturday, what we have is the Nine of Swords. This is a lot of stress. What is going on, Gemini? Why are you so stressed out? Now, Nine of Swords generally talks about stress that comes from outside of us, and it's stress about things that we are not actually in control of anyway. And so this is stress that is also it's not healthy for our body. It's overwhelming because since we can't control it a lot of time the situation, a lot of times we carry this stress much longer than our body is programmed to actually carry stress. And so the best thing that we can do here on Valentine's Day with this Nine of Swords, if you can just look at whatever this situation is that has you in this headspace and just ask yourself, have I done everything I can do to make this turn out as well as it can? And if the answer to that is yes, then great, you can look at yourself in the mirror and feel good about yourself. If not, then this is the time to make that adjustment or do that tweak. For most of you with this amount of stress, you will have already done whatever you could. Okay? Now, once you have done that, if you needed to do anything, or once you have done that, if you've recognized that you've already done everything you can, now, like I said, you can look at yourself in the mirror and know, I've done everything that I can do. Now I need to let this cookie crumble the way that it needs to. Turn this situation over to the divine if you believe in the active and alive divine and let them maneuver this and work with this now. But if we put that stress energy into it, all we're doing is putting in blockage energy really to keep it from turning out the way that we want it to. So if we can relax about this and just let the divine maneuver this the way that it needs to go, that's going to be so much better for your health and for your sanity. Trust me, experience speaking. All right, so our next nine comes up on Sunday. Nine of Wands in reverse just talks about something that we're not prepared for, something that we're not ready for. And so this can be something that we wish we were ready for. It can be a delightful surprise. Either way, I want to see what it has to do with because I don't like to pull a card that just says, oh, we're going to be surprised, and then not have any kind of information about what kind of surprise this is, a good surprise or a different surprise. Let's take a peek and see what shows up. I'm going to use the Lenormand to take a peek at this. Tell me about the quality of this surprise. What is this like? Oh, it's a good surprise. This is very interesting. Okay, so first of all, we have the clover coming up out of the Lenormand, and this talks about good luck. You can see she's holding a four-leaf clover there. So this is an indication that whatever this surprise is that we're not prepared for, this is something that is positive. And then we have the ring here, and the ring has to do with some kind of contract or commitment, sometimes even a cycle. So this could be like an anniversary because that's a cycle, but it doesn't have to be anything even to do with a relationship. Can be a good surprise that comes up as like a contract. Maybe we get a contract for employment on Sunday, or maybe there's maybe somebody who did not propose on Valentine's Day, proposed the day after. Maybe they lost the ring and they were totally panicking on Valentine's Day. I don't know. Maybe they're very frugal and they waited till the day after Valentine's Day to buy the ring. I don't know. Are there Valentine's Day sales on engagement rings on the day after? I don't even know. Is that a thing? Somebody, you're going to have to tell me in the comments because I don't have a clue. But anyway, whatever this is that you're not prepared for, it has to do with some type of contract or agreement. Does not have to be like an engagement or a personal contract or agreement. Could have to do with some kind of job, or maybe you are surprised that the loan comes through for your car or for your house that you want to buy. Some kind of contract or agreement here. And it's working out well for you with the four-leaf clover. It's very lucky. Whatever this is that you're not prepared for about a contract or agreement is very lucky. So, woohoo, that's good. I imagine you'll get prepared real quick. Just saying. Now let's look at Monday. Okay, so Monday we have the Three of Cups coming up in reverse. This is talking about that somebody's kind of getting on your nerve. Somebody's jumping down on your last nerve, is how I like to say it. This is somebody that is just doing something that is annoying. This isn't a big deal thing. It is exactly what I said. It is annoying. That's what level it's at. All right. Now, looking at Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. Seven of Pentacles. Your payday is coming up on Tuesday. That's wild. What are you getting paid for on Tuesday? Is that what employers do now? Is Tuesday? I don't know. It's been so long since I've had a job, guys. I have no idea what paydays are now. When I first got into work, they used to be like Friday or every other Friday or the 1st or the 15th of the month. And then we got direct deposit later on in my working career. And people were getting paid really on Thursday, sometimes Thursday at midnight, sometimes Thursday after banking hours, and sometimes Thursday in the morning, like Wednesday's midnight, Thursday's 12:01 a.m. So I don't know. Why are you getting a paycheck on Tuesday? That's interesting. But this is my payday. This is my card that's payday. Okay? So very interesting. I guess if you're not getting a paycheck, this could also be a payoff from something else you've invested in. I have had this card come up before when somebody had been investing in a relationship. And then on the day this card came up, that person came to her and really shared with her some stuff that took a lot of trust for that person to share with her. And so that could be the payday. Maybe it's not even a financial payday, but I'm going to say like 90% of the time when I see this come up, it's a financial payday. So I would be really curious to see what kind of payday is it, number one, that you're having on Tuesday. And also, if it is a payday that's happening on Tuesday, why is Tuesday your payday? That's very interesting. Okay. And of course, not all of you are going to want to share because that's private, but I would love to hear it. Now then, let's look at Wednesday. Strength card coming up here. I like it. Somebody's going to the gym. Somebody's going to the gym, exercising or working out. The strength card can indicate that. The other thing the strength card indicates is that you're feeling very comfortable in your skin. This just means that, you have your self-esteem is in exactly the right place. You're not anybody's doormat, but you're also not egotistical and arrogant. You're just in that nice sweet spot with your attitude about who you are and your self-esteem. So very cool. We like that. We like that. Now, let's look at Thursday. Thursday, you have the Lovers card coming up in reverse. A lot of people think romantic as soon as they see the Lovers card. It's not necessarily romantic. We can't take romantic off the table, but we don't want that to be the only thing on the table when we're looking at the Lovers card, whether it's right side up or upside down. Lovers in reverse just means there's somebody that you consider yourself partnered up with to accomplish some things. Excuse me. And so this can be like an employer-employee relationship, business partner relationship, good friend relationship, of course, romantic relationship. But when the lovers is in reverse, whoever this is that we feel like we're partnered up with, we're having a hard time being on the same page with them. We're having a hard time agreeing what direction to move forward in. That's what that card is. So that's a good time to really sort of sit down and communicate and do some recalibration about what are the priorities of you and this other person that, you're partnered up with to accomplish some things. Now let's look at Friday. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles just talks about doing some collaboration with somebody. This can be anything from helping your kid with their science project to doing a vendor event at a big fair or a festival or something like that. This can be working together with somebody to get the elevator unstuck. But you're collaborating with somebody on Friday, and it looks like that collaboration is going pretty well. So that's what I've got for you guys this week. For those of you who would like to learn how to tap into your own psychic abilities, I do offer private mentoring sessions. You can see about how to book one of those or get a bulk package for a discount of those on my website. Or if you want a private reading where I look just at only your energies, not the energies of all the Geminis that watch this video, then you can reach out to me for that. And I just hope to hear from some of you guys this week, and I'm looking forward to what the week holds for us. Everybody, have a good one. Peace out.